Good afternoon to you and welcome to our coverage of the Women's Wheelchair Basketball Group A preliminary match between Canada and Brazil. Canada has been the first team to score this afternoon. And this should be a very, very interesting match indeed. So, in Group... I beg your pardon, in Group A, we have Brazil sitting on the bottom of the table at the moment, and Canada is in fourth position, so just one ahead. Canada has only won one game this tournament, and Brazil is winless. So if Brazil can manage a win here, they'll be jostling with both Canada and Great Britain for a spot in the finals. So 5 teams in Group A and 5 teams in Group B. The top 4 head through to the playoffs. The Brazilians, of course, are going to have to find a way to stop Janet McLaughlin from Canada. She scored 28 points in the team's win over Australia on Saturday. It was a 57-50 win yesterday. McLaughlin is Canada's go-to player. She has the size and the skill to dominate both ends of the floor. My name's Amy Bainbridge. I'm glad you can join us this afternoon for this coverage on Paralympic Sport TV. The basketball, we are getting into the business end of the tournament. Very soon we will know exactly who has qualified. The women's playoff for the medals is on Friday. The men's playoff is on Saturday. And I will keep you up to date with the other matches happening this afternoon in the men's wheelchair basketball as well. So I'll keep you across what's happening there. In the women's B draw, but Mexico had a win over France. It was pretty tight in the end. And in the men's match just a short time ago, Italy had a win over South Africa. That was in the Group A preliminary. So Canada with an early lead here, 4-0 over Brazil. The point guard is Katie Harnock with the ball. Passes to McLaughlin. McLaughlin, who, as I mentioned, has been so dominant in this tournament. She really is such an important part of the Canadian outfit. So this is North Greenwich Arena. It's just a short distance south of the Olympic Park, and there's another basketball venue up at Olympic Park which is hosting preliminary round matches as well. McLaughlin on your screen there. Hits the first of 2 free throws. So Brazil yet to score. Guames de Costa, the point guard, looks left, but there's nothing on, so she goes to the middle. A nice little drop over, but the defense is good from Canada. They put a stop to that. But Suarez Martins has a shot. Brazil tries to scoop up the rebound, but the ball sort of bounces all over the floor. The umpire's called a stop to play. It's because the shot clock did go off. I think they're just going to reset the shot clock. So there's a good intensity between these two teams. De Costa passes off, back to the point guard. Lovely shot there by Guames de Costa. Deborah Cristina Guimarães de Costa shoots 2 points. So Brazil now on the scoreboard, Nice little lob over to McLaughlin, who makes it look too easy. She's such a danger. So they're going to have to do something about her. So charge fouls called. The ball is turned over, so Canada will be back on the offensive. Very long shot there, but not enough. McLaughlin scooped up the rebound, but then it went out of bounds. So Brazil back on the attack. The point guard, Guimarães da Costa, calls for the team to settle and then gives the indication of the play. Very nice drive to the basket. That was number 12, Suarez Martins, scoring there. Leah Maria Suarez Martins scoring for Brazil. Canada reasonably fluid in their offense. It looks as though they do tend to rush it just a little bit. And the lob is easily intercepted by Katie Harnock. Passed off to Tracy Ferguson. Ferguson dribbles around, goes left. Not many options on it. It was a one-on-one contest, but lob over to McLaughlin. They look for her again. It was Legend Hart who got her hand to it, but it was a turnover in the end. So Brazil on the offensive again. Nice little pass inside the paint. Another 2 points and a bit of a celebration to Nazar Santos. So a foul's been called. So the crowd really getting into it at North Greenwich Arena. Brazil are really pumped up for this match, you can tell. Celebrating every score. It's a great feel to have within your team when you're really supporting each other and getting excited about every scoring opportunity. First free throw is successful for Brazil, so all of a sudden 7 plays 8 on the scoreboard. Suarez Martins misses her second. Brazil not quite able to chase after that rebound. So it'll be a Canadian side ball. So 2 points to Cindy Orlich. So Brazil got some really nice cuts to the basket. Unsuccessful scoring that time, but this is turning out to be a nice even match between these two teams. Unlucky. Ball just rolls around the rim and back again. Another miss. So Guemas Da Costa with the ball. Passes low to Da Costa, who's back to the point guard. Oh. And Suarez Martins tries from the top of the key from the foul line. Didn't get it in, but she's essentially now going to have 2 free throws. Anyway, so Suarez Martins, the first is successful. And she makes the second. So Canada, just the 1 point advantage, 10 plays 9. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. The defensive intensity is impressive here. Brazil strong on the boards and try and make a quick and seamless transition into an offensive play rather than Canada having the time to get back and set their defense. So another missed opportunity for the Canadian side, and Brazil is quick to transition back to the offensive end. A nice little dish off there, and 2 points will fall for Suarez Martins. Suarez Martins has 7 points to her name already, as Canada scores another 2 points. McLaughlin for Canada already has 8. She's going to shoot for 1 more here. So 9 points to her name, and Canada 13, Brazil 11. So you can see Brazil's offense. They're spread high and wide. They're trying to encourage the cut through the base of the key. But the Canadian defense is intense at the moment. They're doing an extremely good job of shutting down this offensive plan, and good rebound there by the point guard. Ramos Da Costa passes in. Oh, and that was lovely. And Brazil celebrating everything they're getting at the moment. That was Dinazares Santos who scored that 2 points for the Mexican side. So 1:17 left in the first quarter. This is an interesting contest. 13 points apiece. There's the level of aggression and intensity in this game. A charge is being called. I'm not exactly sure if that was on McLaughlin. It was. A charge is being called on McLaughlin. Let's have a look at the replay here. Little tip away there by Katie Harnock. Little pass low. Bit of a misjudgment though, that she was wide open. Number 13, Lopez de Carvalho. An easy 2 points there for Jessica Legion-Hart. So Suarez Martins, a long bomb there. McLaughlin gets the rebound. Crowd counting down the remaining seconds of this first quarter. And small miss there. It nearly went in Tracy Ferguson, but she'll go to the foul line as well. So quite a few fouls being drawn in this first quarter. Brazil has 5 team fouls. This is the tyre blowing there. Quick change. Some of those chairs cost around £3,500 and don't last very long in periods of intense competition. Can last as little as 6 months. And that marks the end of the first quarter. A 4-point lead to Canada, 17 plays 13. But there's really not much in it at all. The Brazilian side is so aggressive and so determined. So McLaughlin with 9 points. It's really the best of the scoring for the Canadians. No one else of note has contributed. McLaughlin's also taken 4 rebounds. Ollett has taken 3 rebounds. Ferguson has 2 assists for Canada. If we look at the Brazilian statistics, Nazário Santos has 4 points, Suarez Martins 7 points. On the rebounding front, Nazário Santos has 3 rebounds. Da Costa e Costa 3 rebounds. The coach is Wilson Flavio da Silva Correa. Appealing to his players for more pressure. So reasonably even right around the field at the moment. Brazil, same amount of attempts at scoring, but Brazil slightly less in the success or the percentage of making those. Janet McLaughlin, the star player of the Canadian side. So, to the line again. So 2 shots, both in by Suarez Martins. He's already proving to be a very influential player for the Brazilian side. Ferguson dribbles down, passes off to Fisa. Fisa. Play paused momentarily there. So Ferguson passes in, receives it back. Looks at the option, nice lob over to McLaughlin, and too easy, in it goes. So another 2 points there, 19-15. And that is difficult to defend. She's literally sort of hanging out back the bottom of the key, just waiting for the lob, but Brazil certainly responds. And Suarez Martins, again the contributor. McLaughlin again in play, isn't able to score this time, but Canada able to collect up the rebound and make it happen again. So Jamie Jules, the scorer there. Oh, that crunch you heard, it wasn't actually the charge that was called. Oh, maybe perhaps it was. Nasty indeed. Looked as though the ref was looking at the point guard with the ball, but in fact he was looking using his peripheral vision to pick up that charge foul. So here we have it, back on the Canadian offensive. Ferguson passes off. Fisa's there, has a shot, misses. Brazil collects the rebound. McLaughlin's after it. She'll be careful here, doesn't want to give away an easy foul. She gets the rebound though. It was pressure enough to put the Brazilian off her game. So Ferguson again, a nice pass to the low post, but Jules unable to score, and we'll be heading back to the Brazilian end again. An air ball there, McLaughlin gets the rebound. So it's a pretty fast-paced game, this one. And there's not much rest when nobody's scoring. Shot, rebound at the moment. Foul's been called, so now the athletes will have some time to catch their breath. First shot's good. The second, not good, but McLaughlin, oh, that could have been costly for the Brazilians, but she wasn't able to make it.
Nos ajuda, assim, ó, não fica em todas, não consegue andar. Aí chega lá sozinho pro chute. Aí começamos de novo a entrar no desespero. Calma, menina. Tu já foi numa bandeira totalmente desequilibrada. Puxa a bola pra fora, espera a hora certa.
Double chain, they're gonna jump this.
So a lot of talk there about the defensive pressure that needs to be applied to the Brazilian side, and in particular, Suarez Martins needs to be shut down because she's presenting such a threat to them. On the flip side, Brazil really needs to look at how they can contain McLaughlin. McLaughlin's sitting on 11 points so far. Same as Suarez Martins for Brazil. And that was a long shot, but it wasn't good. Brazil gets the rebound. The foul's being called. So, 2 attempts there by Suarez Martins, but no luck, and Canada's quickly into transition. A nice little give and go there. And it's number 11, Tracy Ferguson, who scores for the Canadians. Brazil still chasing. So 7 points in it. Canada seem to be just able to build a little, although this could pare it back to a 4-point deficit. We've got 2 points down, 1 shot to come. So there's been plenty of excitement and anticipation here about the Rio 2016 games, with a number of athletes already committing themselves to training up for the Paralympics in 2016 in Rio. And this team, of course, Brazilian team, will be very keen to have a good result here and carry that through the competition in 4 years' time. So substitution here, and Dinazari Santos is going to have a break. So a lot of pressure defensively from the Canadians. They just seem to have stepped it up ever so slightly. It started out well right at the start of the match, and both teams with their endeavour were very, very committed. So Brazil's possession, pass in from their offensive end. Skip pass across the top. It's a long shot from the top of the key, and it wasn't successful from Suarez Martins. And now Canada in transition. put a little bit more pressure on Brazil on the scoreboard. So Ferguson passes low, but it's not a good one. Feza fumbles and causes the turnover. So Suarez Martins yet again featuring and passes it back to her point guard. DaCosta. Looks around, but this pressure being applied by the Canadian side is excellent, and as a result, they've infringed on the shot clock, so Canada's ball. So Williams passes it over. McLaughlin's back on court. Unable to score. Brazil very good on the rebounding today. Heads back to their offensive ends. And looks around for the options. Nice little cut in top. And the foul's been drawn. I believe it's on number 13, Jamie Jules. A little too enthusiastic trying to grab the ball there. So here we have Brazil 5 points down. Hasn't been any score for a number of minutes now. A lot of misses though. So this is Guimarães da Costa, the point guard. Misses her second. It's rebounded strongly by McLaughlin, who's looking for a long pass down the court, but it's intercepted easily by the point guard. Acosta looks at her options, backs back out, back to the point guard. They'll look to reset their offense. And that is a brilliant shot by Suarez Martins. She is dominating for Brazil. Three-pointer. She's now got 16 points for the game. Still 3 minutes 12 to play in the second quarter. So McLaughlin, unsuccessful, but keeps herself in a good position. Down low, receives the ball back, scores 2 points. It's chipping away, they are, Canada. McLaughlin now on 13 points for the match. So, a miss there from Brazil. Canada will have the ball. Williams dribbles down the court, goes left, crosses back, goes right. No foul called. It was a bit of a rough play there, though. And they managed to find McLaughlin yet again, who's fouled on the way up. She'll have another shot. One to come. And it's good. So McLaughlin proving her worth on court there, and Brazil now 6 points down. 29-23, 2:22 to go in the second quarter. Point guard tucks herself into the corner, then gets back out, finds range at the top, but number 7, DaCosta misses. Canada gathers it up and tries to put down some pace, but the numbers are there for Brazil. It's 3-on-2, 3-on-3 now, but drew the defense. Another miss from Canada. So as far as Martins, half thought about it and then sort of launched the shot, but it would have been a big one had it gone in well outside the three-point line, but not to be. A steal, though. She wasn't happy about it, Suarez Martins, then went back, attacked the ball, avoided fouling, and won the ball back for her team. Goodness, Suarez Martins determined to shoot, but it was mainly because of the shot clock bearing down on the team rather than actually having a good shot to choose. So that was Williams passing to Villenhart. McLaughlin back with the ball. She wants to shoot. The shot clock's going to come into play. It'll be reset at the turnover. So Suarez Martins passes off to Lopes de Cavallo, who misses. Canada back with the ball. So only 2.4 seconds left. Just give you an update. Suarez Martins has 3 personal fouls, which isn't good news for the star. She may indeed end up sitting out a little in the third quarter. Certainly don't want her fouling out of the game early, particularly if we're heading for a close finish. Only 6 points in it at this stage. Make that 7. McLaughlin makes her first. And her second. And that is half-time, so 31 plays 23, Canada leading Brazil. And it was a very good first half of basketball. These teams evenly matched, different styles of play. Canada really do centre their offence around McLaughlin. As for Brazil, I mean, Suarez Martins has a huge role to play, but perhaps not as the post or the person to lob to. She much more dictates play and involves the other team members as well. So if we look at the team statistics, Brazil's shooting percentage is hurting them at the moment. They've had 4 more shots in total than Canada, but are only at 25%, whereas Canada's at 39.3%, so significantly more. And look, Canada's doing much better on the defensive boards as well. However, Brazil seems to be able to convert points from turnovers far more effectively, as we show you some highlights from the first half of play. So if we look at the individual players, starting off with Canada, McLaughlin already has 18 points. Just to give you an idea, I mean, the whole team only has 31 points. There's been no other team member that has scored over 2 points each. So it gives you an idea of just how much they're looking to McLaughlin. McLaughlin also has 9 rebounds to her name. Williams has 4, the next best rebounder. Total of 8 team fouls. If we look at the Brazilian team statistics, Suarez Martins has scored 16 points, and she also has 6 rebounds. The next best scorer is only on 4 points, Dinazari Santos, total of 4 rebounds. Da Costa y Costa has 5 rebounds. And Guimaraes da Costa has 5 assists, so very, very handy there. 5 of the total of 6 assists for the team, so very handy player. So what else can I tell you? I'll give you an update of some of the other matches happening at the moment around the Paralympic venues. There's a men's Group B match happening at the moment, the preliminary round match between Germany and Canada. And I can tell you that Canada is leading 36-28 over Germany. And the best German player on the scoreboard is Passiwan, who scored 14 points for the German side. And Hedges, the captain of Canada, he's scored 10 points. Anderson has scored 19 points for Canada. And he's reeled in 10 rebounds, so doing extraordinarily well there on the boards. And he's also got 4 assists, so very valuable player there.